We just don't use them tonight, huh?
All right, we're going to let everybody get logged in. We've got about 40 people on our webinar so far. If you will, be sure you stay on mute. If you have any questions, we'll take some time towards the end to do a question, a Q&A. And actually, I normally do that throughout the call or throughout the training. We'll do intermittent Q&A. So, all right, Barbara's been trading 1 week, 2 times on the training with me. Live for the first time today. Sonia, way to go. Still in demo, great. 2 weeks for Sonia. Tawana's in demo. Let's see, who else do we have here? Samsung Galaxy S7, demo, 3rd training with us. All right, I'm really glad. It doesn't look like I have any first time. Oh dear, first training still. Okay, Erica, definitely go ahead and stay on. This is going to be beneficial. It doesn't matter if you've been on several of our trainings. It's going to be Greek for a while. So we are recording, so we'll be definitely reviewing these later. All right, so here we go. So tonight, I'm actually going to do some things just a little differently than what I normally do. Normally, I just do calculating pips, and I'm not going to really do that tonight. I have that on record. So if you guys need to see that, we can always go back and watch it. Tonight, what I want to do is go to our MetaTrader 4, and I want to talk to you guys about how to enter a trade, because it looks to me like today when I was doing our trading, live trading this morning, I got up about 4 o'clock this morning and I started trading, and I just started sharing what I was trading. And in the meantime, I realized that we needed a lot more training on how to enter and exit these trades. So that's where we're going to be at today. We're going to work on entering and exiting trades. And something else I have figured out is that I need to upgrade the speed on my computer, because once I start opening up all of these files, my computer doesn't want to cooperate with me. So we'll go ahead and change up what I've got showing. So in the meantime, let's see, we're going to be able to get it. Yay, Sonia, yes. And let's see, it is recorded. So if I can just give me a couple of seconds here, we're going to go ahead and change our screens. Let's see, don't panic. I'm talking to myself, I think, right now. I can't get my, let's see, I'm going to go through all of this. All right. Here we go. Okay, so right now what I want to show you guys is a couple of things that we need to really work on. And I'm going to clean up my screen just a little bit so it doesn't look like, there we go. I wanted you guys to be able to see it a little bit better than what that shows sometimes. All right, so say for instance, you guys get a signal. And in case you don't know what a signal is, it might be from your swipe trade app. It might be from the harmonic scanner. It might be from one of our chat rooms. but no matter what it is, you get some kind of signal that says buy or sell, and then it'll say a currency pair. And then it might say TP for take profit, and SL for stop loss. And then it might just say 10 pips or 15 pips. So we really were working on all that this morning, trying to get everyone to learn how to calculate those pips. And the webinar that I did on how to calculate pips, I would advise you guys to watch that several times and practice adding and subtracting your pips for your take loss and your profit. Make sure you're doing that in demo so that you guys can get plenty of experience in calculating pips. Sorry, I'm trying to read some things at the same time. Okay, so if I can find a way to get me a whiteboard or something where I can draw. Let's see if I can do it up here. Here we go. Yay. I like this so much better. Maybe see what color that is. Okay, so you'll get a signal and it might say GBP USD. We did that one this morning, and I think we took that one for about 130 pips maybe. We had a really good time this morning with our trading. I think we caught almost 250 pips, I believe. We were having a blast, and so that was a lot of fun. Everyone got a lot of experience. We had people in live, some in demo. So let's see, right now what I see, in GBP USD, and we're going to talk about this in a minute. First of all, it's above my main cross line, and I was telling you guys this morning that if it's above the cross line, mine's green right now, if it's above the cross, then I buy only. Even if it comes down, I don't cross counter trend trade. If it's above my 200 moving average, this right here, I buy. If it's below, I sell. And we can talk about some other things that we do, maybe just when we're scalp trading. But when you guys are trying to catch some pips, and you know, this is something you might want to pay attention to. So anyway, we get a GBP USD signal, and it might say, let's see, it might say enter at 1.24010. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. And then it might say something like take profit, and it won't have that at on there. It'll say take profit, and then it'll have a number. Then it'll have, also it'll say, sometimes it says buy, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to figure it out. I'm going to talk to you about that too. And then it'll say stop loss, and then it's going to have a number. All right. All right, now the reason why I said buy is because it is above my moving average here. And I just want to show you guys a couple of things. So whenever you see one of these signals, you can just go right ahead and enter the signal. You don't have to go look at anything, but I'm going to tell you, if you really want to learn how to trade, then you really want to start doing your own analysis. And so one of the things that you want to do, and this is something that I've talked about before, is going and looking, all of these things on my screen, is going and taking a look at the other time frames. So I usually enter on the M15. I guess I have to stop this. Somebody keeps taking their phone off. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do is go and take a look at the other time frames, because this signal says it's a buy. So what I want to do is confirm, is it really a buy? I'm going to let you know right now that this morning I was buying GBP USD, and I saw some other signals out there. They weren't from IML, I'll just let you know that were saying sell, and or vice versa. I don't remember. We were selling and they were buying, whatever it was. It was just the opposite of what I was doing. So that was really, you know, but I had to stick with my trade plan, and my trade plan said, you know, depending on where it's at on the moving average, to go and look and see what the other time frames say, and we'll decide on whether or not we do the trade or not. So if you get a buy signal, I like to take a look at all the time frames. I don't just look at one, and after you've looked at them for a while, then you're going to kind of get that, you're going to remember maybe, you know, what this one said, maybe not. But for instance, this one on the monthly time frame, this is the GBP USD. If you'll notice, this pair has been in a sell trend. Everybody knows that when price is dropping, that's a sell. And when price is going up, that's a buy. And I like, you can change your calendar, your candles any color you want. I do like the red and blue. That that just signifies to me, you know, sell and buy. Your red candles are, so this pattern or this pair has been in what's called a bear trend. It's been bearish, okay? So the terms that you're going to hear, you want to write this down. You're going to hear sell, short, and bear. So all of those things mean that price is going down. Or we're going to go short on GBP, that means we're going to sell. Going to go long on GBP USD, that means we're going to buy. So all of these terms that sound like Greek right now, you're going to find here pretty soon that anytime you hear these terms, you're going to start learning them. And it was Greek to all of us. Okay, so back to this. So this has been in a buy or in a sell pattern, and what happened is it tanked out. I don't have my other screen that I normally use. I don't want to pull it up because it's got so much stuff on it. But this right here is the bottom of the barrel. I mean, this price could go lower, but it's like as low as it's been, and I'm going to show you. You can look at this on your charts. You can look at it on your phone, on your computer. But if you'll look, price just about has been as low as it's ever been. I'm going to put a marker right here, and we can start looking. And we'll see that this red line is where price went to with this pair. And I'm all the way back to 1994. So this price has never been this low till now. So we kind of feel like, hey, this thing has tanked. And one of the things that some people are doing is they are going ahead and getting into a trade, and for long term, you know, you could do like 0.01 and stay in this thing from now till, you know, I don't know, Jesus comes back, maybe, I don't know. You could stay in this trade for a long time and you would get a lot of pips. This is one of those trades that you could get in and just stay in. And if you get in early, like right now, then you'll be in profit, and you won't have to worry about it going negative, you know, before long, because this thing's going to go back up. Now, right now, if you'll notice this pair, this is a monthly chart. So this pair, this is the month of December, and it's actually been going bearish because what happened is it opened and lower than this candle, and it's dropped. So we might get a really good entry and do what I was saying as far as getting in and staying in. So right now, this is still bearish, but it is a little higher than the previous month. So let's go ahead and take a look at the week. Now, this isn't going to take you that long every time you get a signal to do this. This is something you're going to be able to do fairly quickly after a while. This is just a lot of talk right now. So okay. So now this is the weekly chart. So each one of these candles represents a week. And so this is the week we're in right now, which started on Sunday last week. And if you'll notice again, we were talking, remember it hit the bottom of the barrel down here. It went up, it came back down, price went back up, and now look, it has been in a bearish or short for the last 3 weeks. So this is kind of, and I can tell you that one of the reasons why is the US dollar is extremely strong right now. And so it's a lot stronger than the pound. So that's why this price has been dropping so much, because this all happened the last few weeks, and our dollar is the strongest currency pair in the world right now. The US dollar is very, very strong. So right now, this is overall a sell pattern. All right, now let's look at the daily. And I know this is a little bit tedious, but I promise you guys it's important. A buy pattern, just like this right here, is a buy pattern. I mean, it's going long. Okay. Okay, so now we're on the daily chart. This is today, and looks like that it has picked up some buyers. But again, over here is where it hit bottom. It went up, and so it's been kind of bouncing around. So right now, this is in a buy pattern. I'm going to move this a little bit faster. I don't want you guys to get bored, but at the same time, I want you guys to get it. All right. So looks like that the last 4 hours or the last 8 hours, it looks like that the price is starting to move up. If you'll see here that this is moving up a little bit. And we're going to talk about higher highs and lower lows and all of that too. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. So here we are. We're back to where we normally trade from. This is the 1 hour. The H1 is the 1 hour time frame. That means each one of these candles is 1 hour. And so it is crossed. Let's see. It's still below my profit line. So typically what that means is that I would only sell. So right now it's retracing, but when it gets finished retracing and if it goes back down, then I would go ahead and go into a sell. Let me just move on over. Each time frame will give you just a little bit different picture of what's been going on. This is the 30-minute. So I would say that it's still below my profit line. It's still a sell trend. We always want to trade with a trend and never against the trend. That's why I was saying that if it's below here, I'm selling. If it's above, I'm buying. And that's because I'm trading with the trend. So to be honest with you, this says a buy. So far, everything I'm seeing, it's been a sell. But I'm going to show you how it changes in just a minute. So a lot of times when you can get a short term, like we definitely sold this morning, I remember now. Now this is getting a little bit closer to my cross, and what I do, guys, is when this thing gets up to here and it crosses, I let it cross, close, and start a new candle, and then that's when I go into my buy above my profit line. So if you'll notice now, I want to show you something, because I went into a sell a while ago and I shouldn't have, because even though it's below my profit line, look at what's happening. So this thing has been sell and retrace, sell, retrace, sell, and this didn't go lower than here, but this went lower. Sell, retrace, sell. So see how this is lower than before? So that means our momentum is definitely in a sell. Sell and then retrace, or a pullback, whatever you want to call it. So we're selling and then it pulls back, and then selling and it pulls back. And then it kind of goes sideways for a little bit, but then it sells. And so it's definitely got lower lows. It's got lower highs. And then on this pullback, or this retrace, this pair got some momentum from the buyers. And then look what happened. Now all of a sudden, our retrace is longer than our sell. So you see how it's sell and then a short retrace, sell and a short retrace, sideways sell, now long retrace. So what this tells me is that now we're getting buyer's momentum. So now I wouldn't get into a sell after this. I did a while ago, wasn't looking at everything like I should have. So right up here, and then this is kind of a hammer or a doji, and this almost always signifies, when I'm on the 5-minute chart, this almost always signifies a reversal. So reversal means it was going into a buy, I got my doji, and then it reversed and went into a sell. Doesn't mean it's going to stay a sell, but it means, hey, go ahead and either close your trade, or if you're in plenty of profit and you don't need to worry about it, you can stay in it. Don't know how long it's going to go into a reversal, but it reversed, and then now it's going back up. So now what was a sell reverse has now become a buy reverse, a buy reverse, a buy. So now we're getting, let me get a little trend line here. So now what we're doing is, hey, it's not the right color. You're not going to be able to see it. So now what we're doing is getting, let me change the color of this. Okay, so now what you're going to see is that this is called a low, okay? This is the low on the candle, and we're getting higher lows. That means this low is higher than this low. This low is higher than this low. So that means that now our trend, look at this, we're supposed to be in a buy right now. 24010 is what I called it at a while ago. We would have got in right here, and we would have made our 24025. We would have already made our profit. But I'm so busy talking a lot, sorry. Anyway, so now this is really going into a buy. And I'm gonna look at the 1 minute, and here's where I get in sometimes. So if I have a trade and it's not quite crossed my profit line, let me get that back over here. Hasn't gotten to my profit line, and because I have a trading plan, I won't buy. I know this is going up, and for me, I don't buy. I have a trading plan and I stick to it. So there's kind of a little loophole to the trading plan, and that means I go over here to the 1 minute, And if I can, oh, look, it's above. Hey, what does that mean? That means I can go into a buy now. So I like my little loophole. And so now I would have been able to enter this trade and go into my buy, which was enter at 1.24010, which is right here, right there. So we would have entered right here a while ago, but when I called that, it was down here. It wasn't here yet. And we were going to take profit at 1.24025. And I just threw that out there. I mean, that would have been just, 15 pips. But anyway, but we would have definitely hit our take profit. And then our stop loss we had set for 1.23950. So we were in a buy, and it was somewhere around in here. Okay. So when you get these signals, this is what it's telling you. And I'm going to have to do another one so we can enter it. I didn't mean to talk so long. I didn't know it was going to go that fast. This stuff is super important. I mean, that's the only reason why I'm spending so much time with it. Okay, so we could have taken that trade a while ago. We would have been in profit. That's okay. The market's open 24 hours, and it gives us lots of opportunities. All right, I'm going to pause for a minute. I need a drink of water, and let's see. Let's read some of the questions here on the chat. Let's see. All right, what is M1? It looks like somebody already answered that. That's the 1 minute chart. Advanced scalp trading only. Yeah, I scalp on the 1 minute, but I also get some entries on the 1 minute sometimes. I trade the 5 minute, just FYI. I mean, I know you're going to hear a lot of people say that you shouldn't trade anything less than the 4 hour or the 1 hour. I just disagree with that. You don't have to. You can definitely trade the 5 minute chart. Let's see. It's not boring to me. Yay. Buy pattern is when most of the trade movement is in an upward direction. Yes. So green line is your 200 moving average. I'm just reading through here. Okay, Lee, it would be helpful to use the full cross to see your mouse movement better. Okay. You guys having a hard time seeing my mouse? I can use this right here. Sorry about that. Okay, the trade reversal happened at 7:57 a.m. this morning. I lost a bit when New York opened. All right. Okay, a doji is a candle with, it looks like a little box. It looks like this right here. This is a doji. It's like a little box, and it's got a wick at the top and a wick at the bottom. There's hammers and dojis, and you can Google that and print it out. The profit line is the green. Yes, the profit line is the green line. I call that my profit line. It's my moving average and my 200 MA. And that's what determines whether I'm going into a buy or sell. And then I'll tell you what I use that other moving average for in just a minute. Profit is whatever you set using proper risk management. Yes. Donietta, you're going to get a trading plan. You're going to start writing your rules. As you make mistakes, that's basically how you're going to make your trading plan. Like, I've done things, and for instance, I have taken a signal and didn't do my own analysis, and that's one of my trading rules now. I do not take a signal without doing my own analysis. And if it doesn't meet my criteria, I don't take it. It doesn't matter for me. Now, you guys, in the beginning, you're going to take these signals and everything. But to be honest with you, for me, it doesn't matter now who it comes from. If it's a buy and it's below my profit line, I'll check every one of them. And if it's not below, if it's a buy and it's below all of them, I don't take it. I wait till it crosses, then I go into the trade, and then I'm going to show you how we enter the trade in just about 1 minute. How do you set a profit line? We're going to do that in just a minute. We're going to set the moving averages. Let's see. Yeah, I trade the 5 minute. Please, can we try this again? How do you set your profit line? My moving average default. Okay, I'm going to set our moving average up in just a second. No. You put in a sell limit right now, Benita. We're not doing any sell limits right now, and no, we don't. I don't do an expiration date on mine. Okay, all right. So let me go ahead and let's go over here. So say for instance we got this buy. Now my numbers aren't going to work, but we're going to do this anyway. Let me go to the 5 minute. If it's a buy, I need to find a red candle to work off of. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Ooh wee, this is a good buy. Look at that. Every single one of these candles are blue. So let me try to find, I thought I was going to find a red candle. I wanted to show you what to do here. Oh, here's a red candle. Okay. So let's say, for instance, that you guys just got a signal to buy GBP USD. And I mean, what most new people do is they just go put it in, all right? But what I'm trying to explain to you guys tonight, what you want to do is you want to go in, and this has been a buy. We're going to let it reverse. So we're going to let it pull back. It's called pullback or reverse. And we're on the 1 minute chart, so it's not like we have to wait a whole long time. And up here I have my little countdown timer. So this candle right here is going to last another 50 seconds. But what we do instead of jumping in, because here's what would have happened. If you wouldn't have looked at your candles and you just would have entered it, and then all of a sudden it starts going negative, well, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I just put it in, and look, it always goes negative on me as soon as I enter them. That's kind of normal anyway. That's just the market. Very, very seldom do you put it in and it just goes blue without red at all. I don't know if I've ever had that happen to me. It usually goes red, then blue. So, because there's always a little bit of pullback, or the wick, it's just constantly moving. I mean, the market is moving, so this wick is moving. And if you entered right here, and the wick goes up and the wick goes down until that candle's, finished. So anyway, so if you were in a buy or you had a signal for a buy, you would go to your chart. I go to my 1 minute, I check all my other time frames, I go to my 1 minute, and now I'm going to look for an entry. So it was a buy, then it did its retrace. Now watch, this is what's happening. Now we're getting a buy candle. I don't jump in here. This buy candle can go up and then go back down to red. Doesn't mean that the next candle doesn't go red. I'm just saying this is the way I learned to do it, and so this is has been really helpful. So I'm waiting. Here's the retrace. Our first candle, we're going to let it go and close, and then on the second candle, we would enter our trade. And you can put in instant execution. Unless it's a pending order, and then then this doesn't matter. If it's a pending order and it's a buy limit or a sell limit or a buy stop or a sell stop, then none of this matters. You put it in just like it says. One of the other things is that if you don't put it in immediately, then when that trade comes out, that trade might not be good anymore. I mean, in 10 minutes, you've got to double check, because it may have already passed the entry point and gone on to something else. So you always want to either get it right when it comes out, within 5 minutes, 7 minutes. And if you don't, then you just ask, hey, is this trade still good? Can I still get in this? And if you're on our traders chat, you know, you'll see that there's a lot of chatting going on. I had someone tell me this afternoon that they were missing the signals from all the chatting, but that's really the purpose of that, was chatting. I just so happened to start giving what I was buying and selling in there, and it to help everybody. Did you guys enjoy that this morning? If you guys were on there, I hope you enjoyed that. We did have a good time. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to explain that moving average again. All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys how to set this moving average. Look, so I got a blue candle and then like a blue little doji right here. Let me do this again. So this one is more of a doji because there's no real body. It's just wick on top and wick on bottom. And then look, now it's going back into a red candle. So even the best of both worlds, where we're saying, you know, enter on your second candle, that doesn't mean that it's not going to go red. But it doesn't mean that the trade is wrong either, because look, these are higher highs. Yeah, these are higher highs, kind of. And even if it reverses and you know, you've got your stop loss set. That's the whole purpose of having a stop loss. But most of the time, it's not going to hit your stop loss. It might get close. It'll go down, it'll reverse, and then it'll go back up into the buy. All right, so let's go ahead and look at how to set your moving average. This is going to be totally different on the computer than it is your phone, and unfortunately, I don't have a way. I don't have an Android, so I'm going to use the chats for everybody to help me. I'm going to show you on the computer, and then we're going to show you on an iPhone, and then we're going to show you on an Android how to do this. Okay, so if you're on your computer, there are, let's see, it's up here with your candles. Let me make sure you guys can see this. So up here where your candlesticks are, there is a box, and it's the indicators list with a green plus sign, and you click on that. We're going to click on moving average. And then my 13, which is my goldenrod color here, you want go ahead and write this down because you're going to need it for your phone when we set these up in your phone. So the period is 13. The shift is 0. The moving average method is simple. We're going to apply it to close, and then choose whatever color you want, and then you want it pretty thick. You want to be able to see it. And also on your phone, you're going to put it on 4 pixels because it doesn't ask for the thickness. It'll just ask for how many pixels. Okay? So make sure you've got that down. The period is 13. The shift is 0. Take a picture of this with your phone or something. Screenshot it. So you'll have it when we switch over to phones. All right, everybody got that? I'll help you, Nicole, on setting. You can set, I had 6 moving averages on my phone at one time, and then I got rid of them and realized I didn't need to do that. Initially, what I clicked on, Natasha, is the indicators list. So it's right next to the little time clock at the top. Now, this is on the computer also, Natasha. So if you're on your phone, we're going to show that in just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to close that and then write these down. This is going to be your moving average And this is going to be the big one. This is the important one. So for your moving average, now this is what I call my profit line. This is my major cross. And what I try to do, and I'm going to show you in just a minute why, you want to keep an eye, and there's some arrows, a moving average indicator that you can add to your computer. Unfortunately, you can't add it to your phone, that I have that gives me an email and a text whenever price crosses that moving that profit line. And then I know to go look, and I can enter a trade when it crosses. You always want to get in. The best time to get into a trade is when it crosses the moving average, because you're going to get the most pips. Okay, so for the for your major profit line, your period is 200. Your shift is 0. Your method is exponential. We're going to apply this one to open and choose your color. Choose the width. And then also you want to make sure when we do this on your phone that you choose 4 pixels. Okay, I'm going to show you something really quick here. And this is the coolest thing. This is better than sliced bread. I kid you not. This is so cool. This will blow your mind. Right here. This is going to blow your mind. I absolutely love it. This opened my eyes. Oh my gosh, did this open my eyes right here to trading. Okay, so if you, and I just put it on the H1 because I knew I could really get a good picture for you guys. You can do this on the M5. I do this on the M5, by the way. Okay, so if I got an alert that said price crossed my profit line, and I do, I get a text message that tells me GBP USD direction change. That's what it tells me. And so I know that it just changed from buy to sell. Well, I know it changed. So I look really quick on my phone, because I have these moving averages on my phone. I look real quick on my phone, computer, depends on where I'm at. And I go, oh, okay, we're crossing. So when price crosses the profit line and closes, you get in right here. Now, let's just say you caught that and you got in. Before the first big reversal, you would have got 209 pips. Ultimately, before this baby did anything, look at all of these pips. We would have stayed in this trade all this time. Now, I would have got out right here when it started trending and all of that, and then I would have got back in right here. Well, right here, because it was in the second candle. But this is where you can make lots of money, right here. So that's 237 pips. You can get out if you want to and get back in. It's really good to stay in, but like I said, this one I would have got out by now. Now, this is what I use my goldenrod for. Typically, now I do have some other arrows. I have some other little things on mine that I use. But typically, you could have stayed in and then didn't get out until it crossed the goldenrod, because that's like a mini profit line within this trading. So this goldenrod is like this profit line for the sell or for the buy, and it lets me know kind of when to get in and out. Now, I wouldn't have gone into a buy here because I'm below the profit line, but when it crossed this profit line, or this goldenrod again, this EMA, I would have gone into another sell, and that's for another 119 pips. And then if you want to get out when it reverses, you can, because you don't know if it's going to do this or if it's going to do this. So if I would have got in, I could have made 119 pips. It went up to 54 and then back down to 92. And then when it finally crossed, I would have netted 75 pips if I didn't get out down here. Okay, but it's really good to keep a good eye on on your charts. All right, let me double check for questions really quick. Okay, so I just explained the gold line. Stop loss, I'll talk about that here in just 1 second. So I don't really adjust my stop loss much. Yes, Samsung Galaxy S7, the green line is the major profit line. This is once I'm in a sell, because I'm below the profit line, once I'm in the sell, I can just use this to get out of, to let me know, hey, maybe I need to get out of this trade, because it's letting me know that it's a direction change. I'm not going to go into a buy because this isn't my profit line. But I know that that this may be moving towards a buy, and it might go straight on up. And then I watch, and then when it crosses that line again, this is once I'm down here below, then you can use this to kind of enter back into a sell, because it's just letting you know. This is called price action. This is all part of what's called naked trading. And so basically I trade price action, trend. That's why we went through all of those time frames up there, because I wanted to know what the trend was. And so I trade, and I also trade support and resistance. That right there, support and resistance, has to be its own training, because it is, because we have to go through and set support and resistance, and it takes us a minute. Let you look at mine really quick. My support and resistance is already set. And so that's the other thing that I trade on, is the support and resistance. And that tells me, I mean, it's amazing. I'll teach you guys that on another training. Okay. Yeah, we do adjust for risk-free trading once you go into profit. And let me just go ahead and tell you what I do with this on profit. And this is also in our chat, what we do. So say, for instance, is the profit line the same as your take profit? No, it doesn't have anything to do with my take profit. Okay, so let's just say, for instance, we got in this trade when it crossed. And let's go ahead, I'm gonna make some lines. So of course we let it come through and close, and then we enter on the second candle. So now this is our entry point. Now this is our entry point. So then price moves along, and once we reach about 20, 25, 30 pips, whatever it is, right in here, let's just say, I say 25 just to be in the middle. Once it reaches 25 pips profit, then what you can do is move your stop loss to break even plus 3. And I'm going to type that down. I'm going to type that down. Where's it at? Oh, not that. Text. Okay, let me move it over here. Okay, so I'm going to type it in here. Once price goes 25 pips, and 25 is not the rule, okay? 25 is not the rule. 25 is just what I'm using. It could be 20 to 30 pips. If it's a swing trade, I know people that wait till it's 100 pips to go to break even. I just say 25 pips, okay? So once price goes 25 pips into profit, then move your stop loss. To break even plus 3. Okay, so let's talk about what break even is. This right here is break even. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I always say what's mine plus the broker. He gets his little, 6 cents or whatever. So I say, a pip for him. So what I do, dear, turn that off. Well, I can't seem to stop the annotations. All right. So what I do, guys, is we entered right here, and we want to go 3 pips into profit. Okay, we're in a sell, so our profit is going down. Price is going down. So if this is my break even, and I'm going to go 3 pips into profit, then what I'm going to do now is take my stop loss, and I'm going to move it down 3 pips. Does that make sense? And so what happens is, no matter what happens with this pair now, so say for instance, it came down 25 pips and then this blue candle shot up here. Well, guess what that means? You're now into risk-free trading zone. That means that you will have made 3 pips profit no matter what. So you didn't make that 25 pips, but that's okay. For some reason, price just shot up. But on the other hand, now you've got profit locked in, and now price is moving. So generally, this is about, I told you guys, this is about 200 pips right here. So generally what I would do is after 100 pips, 50 pips, I mean, you don't know how long this is going to go. For all we know, it's going to stop right here and go up. We don't know that this is what's going to happen. But say you got to right here, and you were at 75 pips profit. And then you get this candle and it starts moving up. Oh man, you're seeing all of your profit go away. You don't know what's happening. You don't know if it's going to come up here. You don't know what it's going to do. So what you can do is you can adjust your stop loss down. Say for instance, move it down to 25 now because you're at 50. Because you broke even at 3. Now you can take this candle right here is at 45. So move it into 25 if you want. Now I'm just going to tell you, when you start doing stuff like that, this can go up and just lock you out, and you would have missed all of these pips. Of course, you could have re-entered, but you're never going to have as good of an entry as this one. So to be honest with you, I just leave my stop loss up here, and sometimes, if I go into 50 or 90 pips, then I'll start doing partial closes. So okay, let's see what else. I think someone said they didn't know. I'm still trying to find what you clicked on to add moving average on PC. I was looking at PC and hard to see where you're pointing with your cursor. Okay, so it's not going to let me point with my cursor, but on your PC you have all of these, and maybe you don't. Maybe that's why you can't find it. Go to View and then Toolbars and make sure that all of these are checked. That's probably why you can't find it. So check all of these. Now you're going to have all of these toolbars, and you're going to look for the one that says, it's a little page with a green arrow, and it's the indicators list. You click on it, and if moving average isn't in your list, go to trend, and moving average is there. My moving average is up here because I've been using it. Otherwise, I had to go here to find it. Okay, guys, how long have we been training? What time is it? Okay, we've been training almost an hour, and so I'm kind of losing people, and I don't know if it's getting boring or what. Okay, yes, this is recorded. Yeah, partial close is reducing the lot size. Thanks, Lee. Now I can find my other sets of pairs. Yay! Okay, so I know we didn't do this on our phones. If you have a phone, okay, everybody take a look at your phone and I'll try to walk you through it. And everybody in the chat, you're going to help everybody that has an Android, because I have. Okay, so I have an iPhone, so I'm going to tell you the iPhone, and somebody that knows how to add a moving average to their phone, if you will, and you have an Android, if you'll do the chat. Who has an Android and you know how to add moving averages to your phone? Say yes, and I'll pick you. If you know how to do a moving average on your phone and you have an Android, say yes. Nobody knows how to do a moving average on their phone with an Android. Okay. Jonathan, yes. Okay. Okay, good. Jonathan, you guys help me. I'm going to do the iPhone, and you guys do the Android. All right. Go to MetaTrader 4. And go to trade. Again, I'm an iPhone. I'm sorry. Go to chart. I'm reading and not paying attention. Now on chart, up at the top, there's a cross, an F that looks like kind of an F stop, and then there's some symbols. Click on the F. Now an indicator window opens and it says main window. Select main window. And then it says trend, and then moving average is below trend. Select moving average. And now you can enter those parameters that I gave you a while ago for your major profit cross line. Make this one so that you know what color this is, and you know when it crosses, this is when it's important. So the period is 200. The shift is 0. The method is exponential. Apply it to open. Your levels are 0. Your style is your color. And make sure when you select style, go down and pick your color, and then pick 4 pixels. And then hit save and done. Now you have your 200 moving average. This is your major cross. And you know when it's above it, buy it, below it, sell. All right, and then you do that again. You hit the F from your chart. You hit main window. You hit moving average. And then it looks like you're changing the one you already have, but you're not. You're going to go in and put your 13 for the period, 0 for the shift, simple for the method, apply to close, level 0, style, here's your color, select your color, put 4 pixels, save it, and done. Now you have 2 moving averages on your phone. Now, I know a lot of you guys have Androids, and if you have an Android and wasn't able to follow that, let us know and we'll do it in the chat right now. If you have an Android and you didn't follow me, Please do the last one again on iPhone.
Hey, Lee.
Yes.
Question. I want to make sure I've got the right one. Your green is the one that you're setting with the 200?
Yes.
And your goldenrod is the 13?
Correct.
Gotcha. And for those that are on the Android, the F is at the top of your screen in the blue line. Sorry, I was multitasking. I couldn't unmute. But on the Android, Lee, the F that you refer to access the main chart, etc., on the Android is at the top of the phone in the blue space, guys.
Okay.
And once they click on that, they would have seen everything that you said.
Okay. Okay. So the last one, okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're in an Android or an iPhone. The last one that we did for moving average, the period is 13. The shift is 0. The method is simple, apply to close. Levels are 0. Your style is your color. And make sure you pick 4 pixels. And I'll go ahead and put these right here so you can see it. There's your information right there. Okay, and you have to save it. If you don't save it, it will go away when you make another one. So you have to save it. So okay. And then you go up and you create another one, and it's got different parameters, and then you say save it, okay. And then you've got both of them set up there. Can you show us your template for this chart? I'm not sure what template. Okay, please explain the difference between the 2 moving averages again. Okay. The moving average, the green one, which is my 200 moving average, that is considered the profit line, okay? So what that means is when price crosses that line and goes below it, you're going to sell. When price goes across and goes above it, you're going to buy. Once you set this up on your phone, it's going to be there for every pair. It's just part of your template now. So that's the major cross. You don't even have to have this goldenrod, okay? You could get rid of it if you wanted to. Because if you wanted to, price change, you could just get out when you see price changing. This is just a good indicator, this goldenrod one. It's just a good indicator of when to get back in. It just, you know, when I'm wanting to re-enter, say for instance, I was in this trade and I got out because price really took a big reverse, and I just wait 1, 2, get back in. Okay, I don't need this goldenrod one to tell me to get back in. But it's because it's based on price action, it just helps you kind of know where things are going. And so if, and it gives me like a little bit better entry over here. So say for instance, price consolidated, kind of went sideways for a minute, and then price crossed that. Well, I know, you know, hey, this is a good indicator. Price is going back down, so I grab that next candle, you know, because remember, I don't, in a retrace, I let one candle go and then I enter on the second one. The goldenrod is the 13. Okay, so we have this recorded. So if you need us to repeat how to set it up on our phone, because everybody's got different phones. We have iPhones and we have Androids. Everybody should have this. Go ahead. Oh, okay. But I still enter on M5 after the MA alerts me. Well, what I do is I keep my alert, I keep mine on the M5, okay? And so when it alerts me that price is crossed, hey, that's how I got that GBP this morning that we did so good on, and my GJ. It actually, what happened on GJ is I was watching GBP USD, and this is actually probably about where it was. No, this was not it. I can show you what happened this morning, because this is how I got us into those trades, or okay, so I'm not a professional trader. I can tell you how I got myself into this trade today. Okay, so I don't know where it's at. But so say for instance today I saw price cross my green, my 200 profit line up there. And so I got in, and that's how we all got in today. And we did good. And then GJ did the same thing, but I didn't catch it till it was about down here. We would have got almost 200 pips with GJ too, but I didn't catch it until a reversal, and then we got in. Yeah, I don't do Bollinger. I imagine they do, but whatever you guys decide to do, stick with it. One thing you don't want to do is do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because it's like a cake recipe. If you start using, Aunt Sue's and then, Aunt Bertha's and then all these different recipes, you're not going to come out with the right cake. So make sure whatever you guys decide to do, if you want to do Bollinger Bands, do Bollinger Bands, because it's confusing for your brain, because what you want is you want your brain to start catching things. You want it to start seeing things really fast. And so like when I first was trying to catch these crosses, even though I had the alerts, I never caught them, and I was so aggravated. But now it's, like this morning I got up at 4 o'clock, took a look at my computer, and man, we were jumping in trades and ready to go. So whatever there's so many different, people use charts. I do trade a little bit on the news. I just don't chart. The only chart I use is the IML harmonic scanner. It's an amazing chart. That's the only chart I use. I don't chart. I do know a couple of patterns, head and shoulders, double bottom, triple bottom, double top, triple top, all of that, because I just know that sometimes those things, what they mean, but I don't study that. This right here, to be honest with you, I mean, I can take this one to the bank. I mean, look at this. This stuff, when it crossed that green line, it went for 103 pips. That's all I need. It doesn't matter to me what else is going on. I can get in on a cross and make bank. And so, and then I'm out, let it do its thing, and I wait on another cross, I don't mess with this a lot. I wait on it to cross, and I honestly, I mainly stay in GBP USD, GBP JPY. I watch a little bit I do a little bit of EUR USD, and I do a little, what else? Oh, some of those others, they look like they're moving, and you'll do your count your pips, and it looks like they move like this, and then it's like 10 pips. I don't like, I don't mess with those. These pairs move. They move 200 pips a day, sometimes 300 pips a day. You can, yeah, that's right, Nicole, make bank. You can make bank on this. So, let's see. And then, you know what, if this one's not crossing the line, and you can look and see, okay, say for instance right here, well, hello, this one's about to cross the line. If I go to the 1 minute, it's crossed. It already crossed. All right. So anyway, you can scout, go through. Let's look at another chart real quick. I need a clean chart. This one's killing me. It's all messed up and written all over. Let me just show you one really quick. Didn't get rid of all my stuff on it, did it? Ugh, this one's all kinds of jagged. But anyway, look, I'm on a 15-minute, and it's crossing right now. It doesn't mean that it can't cross and come right back down. Okay, guys, it can do that. But if you'll keep an eye on it, you're going to get a cross, and it's going to just go. This right here, woo-wee, this right here tells me I'm not going into this buy. See how it's searching for buyers? That's generally an indicator that this is not going to stay in a buy, because it's looking for buyers and it's not finding. It's putting its feelers out. You know, that's some other things, is you're going to learn your candles. This all just takes time. You know, nobody knew this when we first started. I've only been trading, what, 3 to 4 months? You will get this. In the beginning, I knew nothing. This was Greek in geometry class. I knew nothing. And I still don't know anything, okay? I just know a little bit more than you do. That's all. Yeah, that thin green line, that's a wick. And it's searching for buyers, and it's not finding them. Or that candle would be moving up with it. If that's searching for buyers, it's not finding them, or that candle would be long, and then we'd be jumping in this baby right now. Let me see. That's on the 15-minute. I'm going to look at the 5-minute. It's probably already red. Yeah, see? It didn't find any buyers, so it's already turned around and gone back towards a sell. And even though it moved up across the profit line, it's right now, I wouldn't, for me personally, I wouldn't be taking this as a sell. I would wait till it retraced or crossed this profit line before I sold. I mean, I would wait till it retraced, went into a buy, or if it crosses the profit line, I'd watch it and go into a sell. All this stuff on my chart is a mess. Okay, so see what this is doing? This is the 1-minute now. So this goldenrod, it's a good indicator that this thing is going back down into a sell. That's why I like that goldenrod one. It's just letting me know. Now it could turn around, but I'm just saying, this is letting me know. Blue buy, red sell. Yep, that's it. How do you set the profit line? Oh, Matasha, I'm gonna have to watch this recording. We already did that. That's your 200. That's your 200. I'll show you. It's this right here. It's your 200 exponential open. That's your profit line. And you're going to go into your indicators list. And remember, if you don't see it, you have to add it on your toolbar. View, toolbars, make sure all of those are checked, and then you'll have that little green page with a little green plus sign. I want to stay in English. I'm so lost. Okay, that's all right, guys. I tell you what, I got in on Live London when I got started, and oh my gosh, I thought I was going to lose my mind. I thought I didn't know what the heck I had jumped into. I mean, oh my gosh. I thought, Lee Allen, you've done jumped off the, off the cliff, and there ain't no going back. And now, oh my gosh, we made like, I don't know, my husband woke up this morning, I said, hey baby, I made $224 this morning. We're making money before people ever get up. Okay. And that's just because it's my little account. I could be, you know, trading bigger than that, and it could have been $2,224. Okay. Somebody asked some questions. I don't see them. Am I getting up at 4 today? If I can go to bed, I will. I get up about 1, 2, 3, just depends. My alarm's set for 1. I usually go to bed about 9 or 10 and get up at 1. If I have to have some sleep, then I get up and look when I wake up. 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, everybody. Yes. Well, I mean, so no matter what time frame, we always wait for 2 candles before entering. No, I go to the M1. I don't want to wait 30 minutes to enter. By that time, I don't know what it's done. I either enter on the M5 or the M1, but I usually jump over on the M1 for my entry because I have ADD and I can only wait 2 minutes. Okay. How many candles do you use to determine that? To determine what? Two candles. When to jump in? Well, I just count to 2. So remember, if it's, so right now, what's on my screen is a buy, okay, right here. So it's a buy. Then it starts to pull back or retrace. So say we're going to get in this trade and they called a signal, but we are not just jumping in. We are going to let this thing go, blue, 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 and then we're going to wait on it to retrace. This is where patience, remember guys, patience, okay, impatient traders pay the patient traders. Remember that. So you got to have patience. Just because somebody's jumping in and making money doesn't mean you need to jump in because you might not make money, because entry is important. Entry is key. So if you get in, wait, let it do its little pullback. Always wait on a pullback, then enter and see. Then you got it. Then you've got your entry right here. Okay. And the whole other thing that's so key and vital to this, guys, I'm going to show you something. Oh, I'm opening a can of worms right now when I do this. Jesus, help me, Lord. Okay, this will be a different training, I promise. This is not going to be tonight. Let's just say you guys got in. This is the same thing that we were just looking at. Where's my, there it is. Okay, say for instance, we got in, we waited on a retrace, and then we get in, and we're like, woo, we're going to go, go, go. And then it stops. Well, you don't have these lines right here on yours, so you don't have any clue. Well, why did it stop? Oh my gosh, look, it's going the other direction. Well, this is called support and resistance. It's called a ceiling and a floor. And I'm going to do another training and show you guys how to set these up on your computer. Okay? They're important. They're important because, I mean, it'll break through price eventually, but most of the time it'll hit that ceiling and then it'll go back down. And then it'll hit that ceiling, and then that's a double top and go back down. Okay, so that's a little teaser about something else we're going to learn about. Okay, guys, I think I'm losing my voice. It's time for me to go now. I hope you guys were able to learn something, and I will try to get this recording. I am going to have to load this to YouTube because we have taken all of our space off on our webinar. We've used it all up. And so I'm going to have to, it's going to take me a little bit. I have to download this, and then upload it to YouTube, and then I'll send you guys the link in our chat, okay? All right. Love y'all. Have a wonderful time. Happy trading. See you in London.